When you start working on a color sorter robot, you need to decide how much and which one colors your robot must sort. We have chosen the basic LEGO blocks, connect the two same colors together and get four colors: red, blue, green, and the yellow. The main EV3 brick is a brain of every LEGO EV3 robot. It contains the display on which you could choose the program, calibrate the engines, or use it in your program. For arrows, buttons for navigating, one enter button and one functional or exit button. 4 input ports in the front and 4 output ports on the back with the PC input. On the right side, there is the inputs for the USB or SD card. On the left side, you'll find the dynamic. On the other side, there is the place for the battery. You could use the regular AA type battery, but for safety, you can close the battery place. We are going to use the special LEGO EV3 rechargeable battery. You should use the same place as for the AA type batteries, but you can't use it together. There is a hole for the charging cable. You can check the battery level and charging level by indicators on the EV3 battery bag. If you'd like to connect the sensors or motors with the EV3 brick, you should use the special cable. There are 3 different types of these cables: 10, 14 and 20 inches. It's better to use the ABCD ports for the sensors and 1, 2, 3, 4 ports for the motors. As we told you earlier, the programming EV3 brick is the brain of every robot. So you should decide where it has to be in your construction. For our robot, we'll use the stand for the brick, which will be connected with the whole construction later. Remember to make your stand functional and not static. That helps you to work with the input parts. Let's start to make a conveyor belt part. Every part has an input and an output side. Connect every part together and then connect the first and the last parts together. You'll get the belt-like circle part. Inside these parts, you'll find a special place. If you fit to that place special wheel with grooves looped and designed especially for the belt, that will allow you to control and round the belt. Remember, the longer the belt, the more wheels are required. For the color sorter robot, we'll need the 4 wheels. This allows us to move the sorter part with the color bricks and sort it in 4 different places. Now, when the belt is finished, the 4 wheels are fit inside the belt, we are ready to create the last part. But before to start, let's connect the EV3 programming brick with the conveyor belt. The perfect position is middle because we need enough place for our cables. Remember to connect the stand on all sides on the belt, front, rear and bottom. This will improve the balance of the structure. We are ready to create one of the most important part of the structure, the color sorter part. This part is holding the color brick and then sort it in different places. Special place for every color. The sorter part includes the motors and pushes out the first color brick. It is possible because of the moving part in the button of the sorter part. Design this part as secure as possible for the color bricks. You don't need to lose the bricks when the sorter part will move during the sorting program. Also, you need to make it with special width that allows the color bricks where perfectly lying and height to hold not less than 8 colors brick. The concept of sorting based on the stack known in the programming as FIFO, first in, first out. So our robot remembers the list of every color bricks and then read it which color was the first one. Another important sensor is a touch sensor. Put it on the left position of conveyor belt, and this allows the robot to indicate the start or zero loop point. The sensor returns only one or zero number. Now it's time to connect the motors and sensors with the EV3 brick. Let's start with the color sensor that allows the robot to indicate the color by returning the number which will represent the color. We need to fix it very well. The only static part is a stand with EV3 brick, so let's put the sensor on it and put the cable into the sensor and output port. Then we are going to connect the motors. Let's start with the sorter part and connect one side of the cable into the motor and another side into the input port. Do the same for the conveyor belt part, but use the longer cable because you need to make a long circle from the back of construction to the front. And remember, do not let the moving parts of structure get entangled with the cables. Connect the last cable into the touch sensor and to the output port. Let's check the robot. Turn on the EV3 brick by holding the Enter or Center button. Wait when it will be ready to choose the program you'd like by selection on Display your program. The robot will read the program and prepare every sensor and motors. Let's check it. Give the color brick to read to the color sensor and put it on the sorter part. Make it with the different color bricks. When you're ready, just push the enter button and wait until the robot finishes the program. Check the results and calibrate the program if needed. Try to use another color bricks and check if robot will read it properly and sort it to the different places. The LEGO EV3 allow us to use the 4 different colors, but it's possible to make a custom color bricks. Now let's connect the PC cable into the EV3 brick and implement your program. The main window of LEGO Mindstorm Education software has a lot of place for programming. After you connected the EV3 brick to your computer, you can see the EV3 module was activated in right bottom corner. You can choose the name of the brick. Also, there are the information about firmware version and connection type. At the button, you can see the memory bar. Open the memory browser for the details. At this window, you can check the free space and how much application you've got on the brick and SD card memories. Using this software, you can calibrate the ports by selecting the port view mode. Here, you'll find every port and information about motors or sensors. For example, on the port number 1, there is a touch sensor. Push the button on the sensor and look how the parameters changing from 0 to 1. Do the same with the color sensor. On the port number 2, as you can see, there are different numbers in parameters field for different colors. At the available bricks, you can see the information about connected brick, such as Activate Stun, USB, Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi. The programming is very similar to Scratch in language, and it's very simple. In the middle of the button, you can find some bricks. These bricks has already sorted by types, such as motors, sensors, flows, data, etc. Every type have different color. For example, the motors are green, flows are orange, sensors are yellow, etc. Every program have a start point. Find the start brick and put it on the screen. The time flow allow you to wait. Connect the time flow with the start brick. Next, let's put the motor brick. Every brick have the parameters that you can change. The motor and sensors have one special parameter, the port. It should be the same that in the port view screen. By making the sequence of brick, you're creating the program. As for the start point, every program have a finish point. The stop brick have a blue advantage type. Let's see how the color sorter algorithm looks like. When you finish with the programming, just save it into the brick memory by tapping the download button. You can also run the program after downloading it or just running without downloading into the memory.